Yeah, so this is Tuesday evening. Tomorrow, my challenge, I have to leave Salons and make my way all the way up the A142 to Ely. I'm pretty much in the centre there, not far from the cathedral, will be my final stop. And then I've got a wheel myself all the way up to the outskirts of Ely, northwards to the Princess of Wales Hospital for an ultrasound. But I thought, like, I'm not driving now. Turns out I could have got hospital transport possibly, but I thought I'd challenge the bus. Now they've got wheelchair access. I might have to get a taxi home later, because the time the appointment is, that'll be a bit of a mission to get back to the bus stop, to get back to Sam before the last bus. So I've got to try and sort taxi out now. I'm planning my route for the wheel from the centre to the hospital, which I think when I looked it up before, I think it was something like 30 to 40 minute walk from the centre to the hospital if you're an able-bodied person on foot. But when I don't know, by me wheeling along, I don't move very fast anymore, depending on the terrain. But I did check up a path which is supposed to be accessible for wheelchairs on the same walk route, and I can't remember how long it said it take, but like I say, I move a lot slower, so I'm going to leave off nice and early and wheel off down there, because it's going to be supposed to be a really nice day tomorrow. It's really nice today and it's supposed to be better tomorrow, so let's hope so and hope it all goes to plan. Well, it's Wednesday. Little baby chicks for the moorhen. Got my hat, got my iPod plugged in my ear, or MP3 player, no iPod, nothing that expensive. Off on the adventure today. We're going to go catch a bus and going to have a quick look in the river on the way. Lovely day. Oh, look, Canadian geese coming over. Go see how the fish are doing. Come propose to the camera.
What I did was, for his closed the gate. So what I've done was I fed one side.
Got someone working on there today.
And then this is the other end, so now I'm going to do it.
A few fish in there, but not so many. Not so many yet today.
Yeah, I thought it's closed the curtain.
I say there's a couple there.
It's not the same.
But it's very clear at the minute. Probably because busy on the bridge, maybe. Like I say, there's just been a couple.
And we've got the plan. I'm not the second. Nah, he's alright. That's fine. You really think about it? We think that. Shall I get a picture? You ain't got your phone on yet, have you?
Nah, they're in the motors.
I'll come back and just do that. We'll get this stuff right.
Thank you.
Well, reached my destination. Brilliant bus ride. Like an idiot driver up there with the lorry. This bus driver who just drove me here was brilliant. She like squeezed past that so perfectly. His like arse end of his lorry stuck out there and didn't give a shit. But yeah, see, we're in Ely now, and all the fucking takeaways, barber shops, betting shops. So back during the late 80s and like the early 90s, the shop in between them two motors over the road, you got Page and then what's kebab shop now, used to be Hedgehog Records. Used to get all the latest console games, and obviously Hedgehog Records, a record shop. Really great bloke used to own that, really great. Yeah, so I'm now on the Market Square. Welcome to Ely Markets. In market day today. Just wanted to get a shot. This is about as close as I'm going to go to the cathedral. So yeah, just come onto the Market Square, thinking about getting a drink somewhere, another drink before I head off. Got to go got to head a mile and a half north of Ely up to the Princess of Wales Hospital. Got a route planned out, and I say just thought I'd come here first, get a little shot of the cathedral. Across there, Now Pro used to be the Army and Navy surplus store back during the 80s, and you know, when they shut, late 90s sometime. Fucking everywhere around Ely now, all the way from when I got off the bus to here. Fucking barber shops, Now Pros, fucking kebab shops, and William Hill fucking bookies and all. They're everywhere. You know, before it was just Ladbrokes, one in each town maybe. Nowadays you go into town and you've got fucking 3 or 4 different gambling establishments for the sports and fucking craziness. The High Flyer pub, just round the corner is the swimming pool, Paradise Pool. Right, I've come off I don't know what road. I was on Market Street. I'm down on High Barnes Road now. There's a long field to go along, and play area. Just want to mention, no dogs allowed. Right, finally at the other end of High Barnes Road. And now entered King's Avenue, so and I've got to go that way, not that way. Okay, so I've just come off King's Avenue, just up there on the left, where they're pulling out, and I'm now on the Lynn Road, but I don't want to be going that way. I've got to go from behind me, both sides of the road. There's no shade this way. And I've still got to go quite a way down there before the right turn. Well, I'm at the top of, I'm still on Lynn Road, just come off on Davison Road, which leads down to the hospital. I managed to find this lovely shaded area on the corner here, lovely grassed area, so I can get off the path. I could like sit here and make daisy chains. There's so many of them. A few dandelions, but plenty of daisies. Just looking at all the new builds over the road. I'm not sure if further up, how much further it is to all the McDonald's and the cinema. So I've got about 2 hours till my appointment. I just headed this way just because I weren't sure how good the terrain was. It wasn't too bad actually. I think I've done it in quite good time, apart from the odd little stops here and there to have a drink. Brought plenty of fluid. As you notice, people will probably think I'm crazy. Got my jacket on, but it's ultra thin. And it keeps the sun off me skin. I don't really like too much sun. It's not good for you. It gives you cancer. It's like smoking and everything else. Nah. So yeah, if I'd already mentioned, I'm off to the Princess of Wales. They give me a late appointment for getting over to have an ultrasound, checking all my kidneys and stuff. Had it done at Ely instead of Cambridge, less further to go. Nice bus ride. Got a taxi booked home for later. Well, I've reached the entrance area of the hospital. Last time I come up here they were still building that. New little multi-storey car park. Could hear a phone ringing. Sorry, no one's home to take your call at the moment. I've got my earphones in. I'm listening to a bit of Pink Floyd The Wall at the minute. Pink isn't well. He stayed back at the hotel. They sent me along instead with a surrogate band. With my Space Cadet glow. Number 9 Littleport bus. Probably going off into Ely or on its way to Littleport. Comes right by the hospital. Now they stop running by about 5, 6 o'clock, so I can't get a bus back to Market Street to then get on another bus back to Sarm, which they run a lot later from Market Street to Sarm, but us getting from here back to Market Street, wheeling will take too long from after my appointment, so that's why I got a taxi booked. Hey Jay, I'm gonna video your departure. Just run into my old mate Jay. It's just his thumb. I just stuck my thumb up to him. He just stuck his hand up to me. Yeah, he's off back into Ely. I've got out of my appointment mega early. Got 4 hours to kill. And just run into Jay. Haven't seen him for years. He's like, oh wow. He just looked at me. I looked at him. He's Brett. I'm like, Jay. Yeah, nice one. Cool. We ain't seen each other for donkey's years. Cool. Damn. Anyway, I've got 4 hours to burn. I've just got in my appointment like 2.5 hours early. And the taxi ain't picking me up till 7:15. I think it's half. Well, it's getting on to 4:45 now. I think it's getting 4:45. So I've got 3 hours to burn. So, just passing the time away. And just sitting on the top of Davison Road, on the Lynn Road, wasting time, and this flight notes just oak tree. I think it's oak tree. How massive it is. The whole trunk at the bottom is just like 2 trees grown into, I don't know, like twins joined together sort of thing, isn't it? Quite mad. Can't recall ever seeing nothing as mad as that. So just a mad bunch of massacred clump of buttercups. Loads of daisies. I'm sitting on the grass, currently not listening to my Pink Floyd, preserving my battery for a little while. I've been playing it for hours and hours now. Loads of Floyd, Roger Waters, bit Nazareth. Well, I did start to wheel further down the Lynn Road. Looked like, I'm not sure, it's been a long while. I went down there when it first opened, when I was still driving, and there was the McDonald's drive-through and the new cinema they built back then. But I can't remember if that's just down the road there. And I was tempted to go wheel down there and look for a phone. I ain't got a phone on me. I should have brought my mobile with me really. Then I could have arranged the taxi to pick me up on another location nearby, instead of hanging around at the hospital area like I'm doing. Just hanging around, waiting for the taxi now. So I had to book it, and I was lucky to book it. Like I only called it this morning, so I was lucky to get in this evening. I don't really want to mess them about, so I say I'm just going to hang about. Lovely day. A bit boring, but I don't know. Yeah, done my adventure, had a lovely but I could have took a bus back if I hadn't booked the taxi, but if I hadn't booked the taxi and I hadn't got in early, I'd have got out of there probably by about 6 o'clock and I'd have had to get back a mile and a half almost to the centre to get the bus back to Salons, so without that I'd be stuck, so never mind, taxi will be fun. What I'm planning to do is record as I'm driving home, record out the windows on the way home. I haven't been on that way for a long while. Quite amazing how a lot's changed. It's quite nice going through Stuntney as well. Quite changed long there really for a small place. Anyway, that's it. Yeah, I'm just noticing the can of Monster. Someone's left on their rubbish bins all around the site, and people still just toss them or just go leave them on a wall, something like that. I've finished my drink, but I'm keeping it on my lap and I'm taking it home, not because I'm going to chuck it in the rubbish. Nah, I've got plans for this bottle. Now, with my little action camera, I'm thinking maybe holding the lid with a screw to the mount what fixes the camera to it, seal it with glue, somehow fix some kind of handle on this end, on the bottom, because that'll be out of the water, the camera will be in the water from the lid, weighted with perhaps some little ball bearings to help weight it a little bit better maybe. That's basically a float for putting the action camera in the water. Yeah, so I'm taking that home. And even if I weren't, I'd wait until I got to a rubbish bin. Keep our areas tidy. In difficult. So I'm still hanging around at the diagnostic centre. I've got about an hour, 20 minutes before my taxi arrives. So it's just been hanging around. Just noticed when I come sat round at the fire assembly point where there's all these benches, someone's left their sunglasses on one of the benches. No one hanging around but me now. Like I say, it must be what, 5:25 now. And like I say, I've still got about an hour and 20 minutes for my taxi. But yeah, quite a place now. Transforming, the multi-storey car park. I don't know if people are using that yet. I see men working on it earlier at the back of it. So they might be still working on the surroundings of it. But it looks built. This place is certainly, I don't know, different. That's all new entrance there on the left. Last time I came out they'd got temporary offices over on entrance A, now there's entrance B. I didn't know there's a little cafe. But if I'd have known I was gonna, I come to Ely so early today. I've got, what was it, I think it was the 1 o'clock bus, and I was in Ely by about 1:30, and that journey was so quick, wheeled a mile and mile and a half almost, in this blazing sun in my Yep, so I'm home again, and this was my transport. Fen Cabs of Ely. 669966 01353 area code. Yeah, brilliant. So yeah, that is awesome. Thanks a lot. Right, I'm sitting at home, back from having my day in Ely, and yeah, I was just checking Google Maps because I wasn't sure. I was looking when I was off back on the Lynn Road from the hospital, Davison Road, sitting back there, and I crossed the road and I travelled along the first lot of new builds, and looking up ahead, quite a way up ahead, there were signs, and I thought, oh, is that where the McDonald's and Clayton Cinema is? and I've followed the Google Maps since I've been home, and I've passed 3 or 4 more of those builds to this point where there's more builds. But I just noticed in the pictures on the street view, it looks like a really hot day like it was today, and how I went out really dressed, you know, hoodie on, a thin jacket, and I'm carrying plenty of drink to keep hydrated. I'm not the only one who goes out in the nice weather with a jacket on. Look at this one for a jacket. Looks like a really beautiful day. The big black puffer jacket down to your feet. Out walking the dog. I suppose funny. Yeah, but like, I've travelled quite away from where I was going to head off looking for a Mackie D, and yeah, I've travelled a good half a mile or more from where I was on that main road, and there's no sign of that cinema or thing. I think that's way near Littleport, which is probably another couple of mile up the road, so I'd have been wheeling to nowhere. I'd have run out of drink. I'd have got totally hot out there because the sun was blazing all along that road. Yeah, wicked. But that was, you know, it was a good day. I didn't go nowhere. Got in early, so I got out early. But I'd arranged my taxi. I had no mobile phone on me, so I couldn't actually really call them to rearrange meeting them back in the city. So I could have gone wheel around marketplace area again, the cathedral or something, but instead I just hung about, come home, you know, enjoyed the weather while I was hanging about. Lovely day. Anyway, yeah, that's the end of that day. My first trip to Wheelie in a long while.